Hello guys, Crispy here and welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing a GeForce GT 710 2GB DDR3 model of the card in the Watch Dogs franchise. This one is the Asus silent version of the card, so it doesn't come with a fan on it, and I am not overclocking it because most people won't. And over in Tech Power Ups GPU-Z, you can check out all of its specs with the 2GB of DDR3, as I told you. As usual, we're pairing it with the Ryzen 9 5900X and 32GB of RAM, but you will get the same FPS if you pair this card with like an old i3 CPU, basically. It won't bottleneck a GT 710. Alright, let's get into the first game, shall we? And from 2014, the same year as the GT 710, we got Watch Dogs 1. 720p resolution using the lowest settings. Textures are on medium, which are the lowest. And yes, everything here is disabled or set to the minimum. God damn it, this is the first game and it's already below 30 FPS, guys. Even at 720p lowest settings. Well, I guess we gotta lower the resolution next. What are you doing? Oh, here? Why here? Are they moaning? Oh, they're just laughing now. Get a room, people! What the hell? Like, right in the middle of the staircase with the lights there. Oh, this is weird. Alright, let's start counting our FPS. I guess we gotta run away from the police. Ooh, we got a handy car right here. That's great. You know what? For a single-player game like this one... Did I say prayer? Single-player game like this one, it's not too bad to get like 25 plus FPS. But this still does drop from 25, so it's kind of terrible a little bit. But honestly, I actually started playing this at 15 FPS in the 1080p resolution. Also, the lights, the reflection of the lights in the ground look pretty good here in this one. I've never played Watch Dogs 1, I think. As I was saying... Oh, look at that parking technique, guys. Can I get out of here, please? Oh my, I just screwed myself. Okay, so we should get out of the car and rob a police car. Maybe not. They got guns! Oh boy, they got guns. Why did the police got guns? For the third time or so, I started playing this game at 1080p resolution, 15 frames per second, and I played through the first part of the mission like that, and it wasn't terrible. Well, it kind of was, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world, you know? I could still play the game and take cover and stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of a slower-paced game, so it should be playable at lower frame rates. I still don't recommend anybody to play it at 15 frames per second and 1080p resolution, of course, with this card. But the 720p res experience isn't terrible, alright? It's alright. 25 FPS average. Many games on the PS2 era were locked to 25 frames, and I still had fun with them, so I could see some people enjoying this game like this. I still want to drop the resolution, though, to achieve those 30 FPS, and I guess 800 by 600 might do it. Hopefully it won't crash. Because it actually does crash quite often to the desktop for some... Yes, like, I don't understand. Whenever I change the resolution, the game just crashes to the desktop. We're back into it at the 800 by 600 res and the lowest settings once again. Let's hit continue. Alright, and it still keeps the 16 by 9 aspect ratio, which is great, even at 800 by 600. So nothing is stretched out and ugly. If you have a 16 by 9 monitor, it's gonna look good, still decent. You know, it's pixelated, but in a game like this, it's not bad whatsoever. I could enjoy it like this for sure. Also, I guess we successfully ran from the police, which is great, and we are at the Owl Motel. Maybe we're gonna find our friends actually around here. Yes, our friends from the middle of the stairs, you know. Alright, Owl Motel. Is that one, or it's all the same, right? Oh, wait a second. We actually got a mission here. No, I don't want this. It's wrecking our FPS. All right, we can get out now. It's a beautiful day. Oh, Of course, there they are. They changed quite a bit, I guess, but yeah, so it seems like it's getting around the same FPS, maybe slightly lower sometimes than what we saw at night, but it's pretty much the same experience, around 30, 35. Not too bad, honestly. Once again, I guess the 16:9 aspect ratio makes it decent at 800 by 600. Jeez, that's a very interesting car, a very interesting car. Wait a second, let's go. We are exiting the mission zone. I don't really care about the mission zone. I just want to take a look at the FPS around here. Well, we got 5 seconds to do so. I guess that's been it for Watch Dogs 1 anyways. You can play it absolutely fine above 30 FPS. And now Watch Dogs 2 from 2016, also a release date of a GT 710, but some other models of the 710. It's weird. This GPU has come out like 3 or 4 times during the years. As you can see, it is below the minimum requirements. It asks for a GTX 660, which is much faster than something like the 710, of course. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Let's start off at 720p, and in this one we actually have the pixel density. So if we set it to 50%, that means that we are gonna play at like 360p resolution. But for now, let's set it to native 720p, and everything is set to the minimum settings, of course. Please be better optimized than the previous one. Nope, it's not a GTA 4, GTA 5 scenario, guys. This one actually runs much worse than the previous one. We're getting 10 less FPS basically, and this is totally unplayable. Okay, let's just grab a car, I guess. Oh my goodness, this is really bad, guys. It does look way better than the previous one with all of that saturation, those colors from San Francisco or whatever. I think it's San Francisco. Yeah, so the 720p res is not a good idea with this one. Wait, oh yes, see the explosions there? That's amazing. Look at that, those effects. It is kind of terrible, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wait, was that a nude? Oh no, it's Noodle. It looked like nude for a second. And I don't care. Let's stop it actually. Yes, 11 FPS here because of the vegetation. Jesus, this is terrible. Okay, let's try to lower it to 50% render scale here, or pixel density. And actually it says pixel density, so it might not go by the vertical resolution. It might actually go by... No, this is 360p. Yes, I've seen 360p many times in my life, so I know that this is actually normal resolution scaling. Anyways, it is still very terrible. 20 frames, less than 20 at times. Really bad, guys. Okay, I can't wait to wreck my eyes in Watch Dogs Legion, because that's way more intensive than this one as well. Also, when this one came out, it was a really intensive title, both on the GPU and CPU, so it was pretty hard to run at the time. I remember it. Like quad cores with 8 threads, like the i7s, the old i7s, would get maxed out in this game. So no wonder the 710 is terrible at it, of course. Alright, oh, I kind of wanted to explode that thing. Anyways, I want to see the water, because the water is very beautiful in this game. Look at that. Even on low settings, it looks alright. Kind of like jello a little bit, but hey. I like it. I like the water in this game. Look at that bridge there. Very nice. Wasn't it red, by the way? What are you laughing at? I was just taking a bath. You think you can make fun of people just because you earn $197,000 a year? You freaking bastard, you know what? Just die, dude. Okay, this is what you get. Actually, these are kind of airsoft guns, so they don't really kill people. Yes, okay. Anyways, 20 FPS is much better than 13 and 12, so at least there's that, but it looks very bad with 50% render scaling. We can still go down. The minimum resolution is 1024 by 768, so that's not good. I thought it was 800 by 600. 1024 by 768 is not gonna get you much higher FPS than 720p with 50% render scaling. But alright, here we go. A little bit of an OC, and oh, 30! Look at that, guys! It's terrible again. But if you absolutely... Shut up. If you absolutely must play this game with the 710 and you don't mind the 360p resolution, which looks awful, and you don't mind drops from 25 frames per second into the lower 20s, let's just stop here in the middle of this. And yeah, I guess it won't really drop from 20 frames, which is nice. Well, you can play this game. Do I recommend it? Absolutely not. You should stay away from any of these games. Maybe Watch Dogs 1 is fine at 800 by 600. I could actually have fun like that. But Watch Dogs 2 is starting to become a pain to play. Sometimes you can actually reach 30, which isn't too bad with the OC. I'm gonna leave it overclocked for Watch Dogs Legion. Finally, the third game on the series, Watch Dogs Legion from 2020. We're running it at 720p using the lowest settings possible, and that means that some of them are still on high. Weirdly, that's the lowest setting for geometry here. TAA, I actually disabled that. I'm not sure. Why is it enabled? Oh, probably because I enabled temporal upscaling. Yes, that's exactly it. So we're playing at 360p, actually. This is gonna be absolutely awful, guys. I remember making a video on the GT710 in Watch Dogs Legion, and I played at like 144p, and even then it wasn't playable. So there we go. So now, oh my god, what? Holy crap, that stutter at the beginning, guys. That was absolutely awful, but now it's okay. The frame time is smooth. I won't say it's smooth because it's just really bad. Yeah, so you shouldn't play like this, guys, if you haven't noticed. Yeah, oh, I can't drive. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. So sorry, people. Okay, it's just... Oh, they didn't die. How the heck did they not die? Anyways, the car handling is absolutely awful in this game, from what I've seen, even with higher FPS, and that coupled with... It turns way too much. Why do they turn way too much? That coupled with 13 or 12 frames per second or so, it makes it a terrible experience. I can't do this much longer, guys. I am getting sick. Well, guys, yes, it is not a GTA 5 type thing. Again, this game is even more demanding than Watch Dogs 2, obviously. And when it came out, it was really hard to run as well. The optimization just wasn't there whatsoever. Oh my, it's so bad. The input lag is just insane as well. I'm gonna try to lower it to like 144p now. So we did it, guys. I set it to 144p in the config files, but I didn't disable the TAA or the upscaling here, which is still at 25%, because you can see that the slider is kind of at the left, you know? So I can't really see what resolution we're playing at, but going by 720p, which at 25% came down to 360p, we are actually playing at 72p resolution. So if it doesn't run well like this, it won't run, basically. Look at it. No. It's almost the same thing. The sound is cutting off, actually, a little bit. Okay, yeah, well, it's just a tiny bit better. We might get like couple of more FPS, 3 or 4 sometimes, but it is still horrible. And now the sound is broken, basically, and you can't see anything, guys. Just look at this crap. So that's been it, my friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't give you a headache again. Oh boy. Well, surprisingly, I'm actually driving better than I was before, so FPS do matter more than the visuals. Sorry about that, buddy. Well, look at that. We are in the 20s now. That's much better than before. Almost double the FPS sometimes. What? I did a flip with my car. That's insane. Look at this. You can actually do some tricks and stuff at 72p, not at 720p or at 360p, actually. For some reason, I'm enjoying driving like this a little bit better than I enjoyed, like, Watch Dogs 2, for example. So there's that, guys. Yes, it's like if you wear glasses, you take off your glasses and this is what you see from what you guys have told me in the Cyberpunk 72p video that I made. So there we go. We're making science here, scientific discoveries. Jesus. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop. It's really interesting though. Everything is super blinky and weird. Thanks again for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Look at the size of that mouse. It's really big. That's what she said. Love you all. Bye-bye.